Welcome to Outback Outdoors. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.
Ooh, what in the world is this?
Shot string at various distances. Click on the image below to see a detailed diagram showing the effects of choke on shot string at various distances.
Fires the revolver.
Just see where the firing pin is on the hammer.
Yeah.
Birds that are big, but then very far away, so you need lots of velocity.
Which is accurately and consistently hitting the target where planned. With running, accuracy is critical for a clean kill.
In my dreams, they shine right through your face.
Shot with your
Hair
long gun,
would
your
blow,
rifle.
but it would blow at a
Let's say
slow
an elk,
pace,
okay?
slower than the breeze would. But I guess you blew away with the wind that went. I miss the way you left in the cold, like a firefly here.
I'm at my home here in Denver, Colorado. I just got dropped off this morning by Trev. We drove 22 hours through the night from Kentucky. As you can see in the background, all my gear and clothes are just dumped out on the garage floor. Tomorrow at 4 in the morning, I have to be at the airport with my son Lewis, and he's going on his first ever deer hunt. Between now and tomorrow morning, I've got to make that mess disappear, do a whole lot of laundry, repack everything, still go to Lewis's hockey practice tonight, and then get up at about 3:30. I'm also going to give Lewis the camera a while and let him go off and film things that he thinks are interesting, because I want to get the perspective of a 10-year-old and a first-time hunter. It's going to be a little risky, but I'm really looking forward to how this is going to turn out.
Little blossom choked in her daddy croaked, her sad face choked in her long pipe smoke. She drank herself to sleep most every night. She had coats to ride, blue stairs to buy, deer maiden fish and spuds to fry. But inside she cried, somehow my life ain't right. She knew she had to take the big ride across the desert and the valley wide, past a couple little towns to a bigger one that she knew. She left her saddle and her medicine belt with her old uncle, 'cause he knew how she felt. He made a big sweat over her bones and away she flew.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
On your big hunt?
Okay.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
She looked at me through bleary eyes, and when she spoke, much to my surprise, she told me things I would have never known. She was taking amigos back to Mexico. She quoted Bob Dylan and Geronimo. We ate lots of mushrooms, chased them down with Joe Fur.
You little stinker, you're teasing me. Okay, hello. Ooh, it's cold, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't stunt she grow. And you can bury her heart at a wounded.
Well, we finally made it to Wisconsin. We are at my parents' house. You can see Lewis somewhere in the background, right there. He found an old scooter to play with. Tomorrow is the opening day of youth rifle season for whitetail deer. Today, before the season opens, we're gonna go shoot his rifle, his 243, make sure it's sighted in. And we need to grab some hearing protection, some eye protection, and we're gonna head out in the alfalfa field behind us and hopefully get this gun sighted in.
You won't care. You got two bullets.
So you can move the tripod wherever you want it. You can move the tripod up and down, left and right. You can move your chair. So you figure out what's comfortable for you. Okay, I'm gonna load it for you. Put the shell in. Safety is on.
So we cannot shoot.
Well, the safety is on. It could still shoot by accident, but that's a safety mechanism. Move this hand. Remember what we talked about? There you go. Find it. Okay, how'd that feel?
Oh, good.
Should we go see how you did?
My ears are ringing, but I had them in.
Maybe you didn't have them in well enough. You need to get in the habit of doing that. And make sure it's tight.
What are we doing now?
We're gonna go see where you hit. You
That
happy with
it?
that?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay, so tomorrow we know the furthest distance that you can shoot that gun is 75 yards.
You actually did that.
I paced it off. I walked it off, so I know that that's 75 yards.
Hey, I'm Trevon Stoltzfus with Outback Outdoors, and welcome to today's Wasp Tech Talk. I'm here in Missouri, I'm hunting whitetail, and one thing I want to encourage everybody to do is to shoot your bow. Even when you're hunting whitetail and you're just getting up and down the stand, by shooting your bow often, it's going to give you that extra boost of confidence. But one more thing, make sure you shoot it with the broadheads you're going to be hunting with, because if something's tweaked on your bow, a broadhead will intensify that. Well, that's your Wasp Archery Tech Tip of the Week. And for more information, don't forget to visit wasparchery.com. I think there are a lot of correlations in Avery's hunt with the history I have. Isn't near as generational as yours, but Quentin Smith with QRS Outdoor Specialties, we've been hunting with him for years, and he's just a great friend. So I know that property pretty well because I've been all over on it. 2012, 2011 was maybe the first time we hunted there. That would have made you 6 years old. The neat thing about it is not only did I know the property, but I had hunted that in September. I knew what bucks were there. Q had been keeping me up to speed on what bucks had not been killed, and he'd been seeing recently. I kind of had an idea of what buck I wanted you to take, because it's a buck that I had tried to get on with my bow that we called Curly. Yeah. I'm going to throw it to you, Avery. Why don't you real quick introduce yourself? I think it's important to contrast on your first hunt the difference and the similarities of your Wisconsin hunt, your Wyoming hunt.
I'm Avery, and I'm 13, and this was my first deer hunt.
This wasn't your first hunt?
Yeah, it was my first rifle deer hunt.
Rifle hunt.
Yeah, when we hunted in Colorado, we pulled out all the stops. We even stayed the night in the blind, and nothing.
Well, it wasn't nothing. We had that big buck, but he was too far for you to shoot.
Yeah.
I could have shot him, but it was just too far for you to shoot.
But you didn't have your bow.
Well, I had already killed a buck.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a license anymore. So. Yeah. All right, take us. But I want you to start the night before.
We stayed at this super nice lodge on a big farm, and then we got up the next morning, probably around 6, and ate breakfast, and we got in the truck and drove around. We saw this really big group of deer.
There might be some more deer down in there, but I don't know.
Today is opening day of the youth rifle season in Wisconsin, and Lewis here big hunter is on his first ever hunt. He's been with me a couple times on my hunts, but this is the first time he's ever had a tag. We snuck into this spot right at daylight and actually bumped a couple deer. And when Lewis saw those deer, I think it became real for him. He said he was nervous at that point, and he was ready to go, which is pretty cool. I mean, it sucks that those deer ran off, but I'm glad that he got a chance to see them. And what are you feeling about this hunt so far?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because that gun is just so loud. No earplugs. It's just crazy.
What do you think about seeing deer right off the bat?
That was cool. That was cool.
You should go. For weeks you sing its praises, and I know you sat alone. It's when you tell me that you're broken. Something has to change. It's knowing no matter what I choose, I'll still be throwing one away. I'm headed home. We made it far, but I can't part from loving you. Loving you.
So you guys go back to camp. You're gonna make some lunch.
Yeah, we get some lunch, and then we head back out a little later. We just packed up everything again, and then we head off to this further place.
So it's not the same place you sat that morning?
Yeah, it's not the same place.
It's a different one, okay.
It's a different place. And so, yeah, when we did that, we walked in, and I was walking in, and my dad said to stop because there was 2 deer in there. I had no idea. I was walking in. My mind was elsewhere, so. Yeah, we went down to our little blind. It was made of hay, and then we just put chairs in there. And I think they either there were 2 different ones, or the 2 that we got scared off came back into, started feeding, and the one that came off of the right was like behind the hay bale that was to my right. So it just started walking over to that way. It was a doe though, so.
Now, the tag you had, could you shoot only a buck, or could you shoot a buck and a doe?
I could shoot a buck and a doe.
Lean into it. There you go. Just lean into it, just like we practice. Well, you have all kinds of time. Just relax. I don't listen. Get up, lean up on it. Lean up on it. It's gonna hurt if you don't. Either those 2 on the left are broadside, you can shoot.
And so there was the 3 aligned.
Come on.
Well, yeah, they all just one aligned, and my dad said shoot the one, the middle one, or the one to the left, and I shot the one to the right. Because I already had it.
Because you got confused with looking in your scope.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just go look for blood real quick and then come back in the blind, okay? And then I left the gun unloaded right now. We're not gonna take it with us, okay?
There's no denying I did you wrong. I can't make it right.
didn't miss. You just killed it right there.
I dropped it.
Hey. Look what's that. Your first deer, dude. You're happy about it?
Yes.
So happy.
Yes.
And you can shoot a bobcat tonight. Are you okay with that? Yes. That's awesome.
Oh, it's funny. Nerve-wracking, but it was cool. First deer ever with this bullet.
Can you be steady?
Yeah.
That gun is gonna just be honestly perfect. So, just think about right now. If you were gonna shoot him, we're not ready.
Yeah.
Are the cross hair steady? Real
They're
steady?
not on him. There we go.
Okay. Now you're on safety. Where would you shoot him right here, babe?
Like at an angle to the back of his shoulder.
To the opposite shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be right off his hip.
Except now he's turned
So
around.
you'll turn broadside forward and give us a little bit of range. Okay. My God, we're fine. You got all the time in the world. How do you feel?
Good.
Good. You feel solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, you got it.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and take your safety off. Okay. Put my earphones in. Put my earplugs in. Give me just a second. Right behind this side shoulder so it breaks that offside shoulder. Right there. Whenever you're ready, then take your time and squeeze the shot and let it surprise you. Avery, that was a beautiful shot.
I didn't miss.
No, you did not only did you not miss, you made a excellent shot. Make sure it's empty.
Okay.
Avery. Great morning.
So wait a minute. I'm sorry, but this is a funny picture. So here you are. You get in there. You spot the deer because your dad's trying to take his jacket off. Then the deer come out. You shoot the deer. She drops.
Yeah, she drops.
And then you go out there. You're extremely excited, overwhelmed with emotion, and then you drag it back behind the blind, I'm assuming, or somewhere, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
And you're going to keep hunting.
Yeah, we keep hunting.
And then you go to take another nap.
I gotta take another nap.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, when I fell back asleep, my dad woke me up. He woke me up and then pushed me down so I wouldn't like pop up because there was a buck in the field.
Squeeze that trigger. It'll go off on its own.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah?
trying to get a hold of Dad or Kyle to bring the truck out here for us.
No kidding.
We've...
Well, I can get to Dad.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be ready whenever he gets out here. The spot that Lewis and I ended up going is the same spot that I harvested my first deer when I was 12. After you shot that buck and it got dark, the entire family came out there. And that was a great time for us to introduce all the cousins into hunting. You're not going to be able to see it on Grandpa's face, but Grandpa was pretty happy to see you do that. We had planned this as a family hunt, more or less. Sitting back at my parents' house, Lewis's grandparents' house, like all three of the kids could talk about the hunt, right? Which is very similar to how I grew up in, a hunting household where we had that camaraderie going back and forth.
Thanks for watching Outback Outdoors. We encourage you to comment below, and as always, like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.